guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to learn how to make this very beautiful design. So it's also interesting to know that this is not a front twist. It's called a tie waist. Okay, I made a tutorial like this for a flare gown, but today is for a pencil gown. So let's head straight to it. Firstly, you'll be needing your basic bodice front in full, your full length from the shoulder to wherever you want your full length to stop. The actual neckline you want, and with your basic darts, which is your side bust dart, and of course your waist dart connected to the hip area, as this is a full scale. This is a front bodice full scale. The upper and the lower joined together, okay? So the next thing we are going to do now is to cut this from the waist, like so. You're going to be cutting this from the waist. You cut to and not through. What I mean by this is that you're not going to be cutting everything off. You're going to be cutting very close to the side, as if you want to cut it off, but then you're not going to cut it off. So having done that now, I'll go ahead to start opening up my darts. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do want to subscribe. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for bumping into this channel and watching this video. Do want to subscribe. If you're old here, please, thank you for watching, and be sure you like this video, okay? If you've been following my tutorial, you should get used to me closing darts, and stuff like that, because I do a lot of draping, dart manipulation and all that. So I've gone ahead to open up the darts, and here I'm closing it up like so. So after closing it up, this is what it looks like. And of course, the next step will be to open up the dart of the lower front scale block and also close it back, okay? Like I said, this is a very simple tutorial, and obviously from the number of minutes you can see that it's very easy. It's not time consuming. It's very simple, and it's always classy whenever you put it on. So this is what it looks like after I've closed it. And next we are going to be closing our side bust darts. You want to make sure you close up all the darts, because if you leave any darts open, you are not going to get that nice fit, okay? You want all of the drapes you want the dart excess to align into the drapes. So when you leave the dart open, you're automatically going to be having a free dress. But now you want to have a fitted dress that has drapes, okay? And the drapes which you're going to be opening forming at the right side, so you need to close up the dart. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going ahead to open my side bust dart and of course close it back. I'll drop a link to the tutorial video of the flare gun that I made, so you guys can check it out, okay? This one is for a straight gown. I made a video of same design for a flare gown, excuse me, so you guys can go check it out. So I'm going ahead now to close up the darts. And after doing that, this is what it looks like. As you can see, I'm trying to be very careful with my pattern paper so I do not rip it off. So you have to be careful so you do not rip it off. Now you're going to be having something like this. The next thing you do now is to start cutting the very part of the drape you want. Our advice, if you're a beginner, you join your lines first, okay? You want to join your drape lines first, like a kind of guideline on where you want the drapes to form. Okay, you want to first do that, but here I'm just going straight to cutting out the lines for the drape. But for a beginner, please use your pen or your marker to draw out the line of where you want your drapes to be. So watch closely to see the directions at which I am cutting these very particular drape designs that we're going to be having. So as you can see, I'm cutting to and not through, cutting to a point where I'll be able to spread it out on a fresh pattern paper. Okay, you can have as much drapes as possible, but please do not go overboard. And also consider the weight of your fabric. If your fabric is something that is too heavy, you don't want to form too much. In fact, this style should be done with something that is a bit stretchy. Okay, so I'm going to have to lay down the patterns. It looks like I ripped off one side of this, so I'm trying to fix it properly before slashing and spreading on my fresh pattern paper. Like I said, the fabric should be a bit stretchy, not too light, not something like chiffon, no. Kind of a light crepe, Duchess material, not so light, please. Something that I don't know how to explain it. Stretchy cotton fabric, perfect for it also. Stretchy cotton, polo material, good for it also. So here I'm going to be underlining it now with a fresh pattern paper so I can spread it out. So I'm here laying it out the way I want it to be and using my sellotape to hold it down, okay? I don't want to spread it much because this fabric I'm using for it is kind of bulky, like the weight is so much. So this is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to rule down a line like so, and also here. This part is very important, please. You want to check, you want to watch it carefully. Now I'm going to be marking 1 inch inwards like so, and 1 inch here also. And I'll be joining these two parts together like so. So just bear in mind that that 1 inch line is where the belt is going to be starting from, okay? So when you're cutting the belt, you're going to be stopping at the 1 inch line for both ways. I hope that's explainable. You're going to be stopping at the 1 inch line for both ways like so. So as you can see, those very two parts, very important because you're going to be using it while sewing, okay? You're going to be using it while sewing. So I'm taking off the excess paper around it. And this is what our pattern looks like. Very simple. This is what the front pattern looks like. And the back is on the basic. That's all for it. So I've gone ahead to cut it out on the fabric. Because I want the belt to be long, I had to join fabrics, to the belt area. So you consider that 1 inch area, you're going to be sewing like so for both sides, all the way to the belt area. And when you've sewn all the way to the belt area, you're going to be joining the center front together to form a hole before joining it at your back, okay? Thanks for watching.